Good morning. I am in Matley Wood, not far from Lyndhurst. It's very quiet. This is a lovely, rich piece of mixed woodland. Oaks, hollies, and chestnut trees, some yew trees. Here's a great example of why I love this woodland. You've got these lovely companionships of trees. Here, a yew and a birch growing absolutely side by side. Just making our way downhill. Once you reach the bottom of the hill, the woodland gives way to heathland, and we're heading towards quite a big boggy area. And I'm not going to go in there today. We're going to head off in another direction. Here we are at the edge of the woodland. Look out. It's a big boggy area. Ponies and some people in the distance. That's the direction we're heading. So watch my step here. Might get a little muddy. Look at these little fellows. This is what I came to find out on this wet boggy bit. These are sundews. And they're insectivorous because they need the nutrients from the insects. This ground isn't great nutrient wise, it's wet most of here. So yeah, the insects are attracted by the little droplets on their leaves, and they get trapped and basically consumed by the plant. Here's the other reason I've come out here, is we've got some Bronze Age burial mounds here. Over 3,000 years old, possibly older. There are 3 here. You can see 2 right in front of me. One here, one here. The other's over the back. It's not as prominent. You can clearly see the remains of the ditch running around the bottom of this one. If we go up, you can see tops of both of these have been dug into in the past. What a view from here. So I stood on top of this ancient burial mound. Some of our ancestors. Over that way, there's another either Iron Age or Bronze Age earthwork, I can't remember, and another burial mound. Just through those trees over there is the Bewley River, running off in that direction, down towards Bewley. You can see the chimneys of the Fawley refinery in the distance there. There's another burial mound over that way. Coming back this way, up to Lyndhurst, and where I parked my car is somewhere over there. So we've got these ancient burial mounds here. Like I said, there are three. There's one right behind me here. It's the northernmost one. It's quite prominent still. And then the one just to the south of that now is right in front of me. Still make out the ditch of that one as well. But they're the other one's over there. You can't quite make it out. There's a slight rise in the ferns that are growing on it, but it is there. And what else is growing all around these burial mounds is heather. There is an abundance of heather here. So let's talk about that briefly. In respect to vellum, heather, with its place in the tree alphabet, symbolises luck, for one thing, but also the deep relationships that we forge in our lives, be that loved ones, family members, or by family, there can be non-biological as well. So all of those, deep, special relationships that we forge going through our life. The overlying sort of lesson with that is that with these relationships, it's about coming to understanding, I suppose, overcoming small grievances, arguments, trying not to act selfishly, but the act of being kind, it doesn't matter how small it is. I suppose the tiniest act of kindness can have enormous ripples in somebody's life. It's not really a bad thing to remember in this day and age, to be fair. And then if we take a look at heather within the realms of the Celtic word kennings, we're taking on a completely different sort of guise there. Because heather is which translated, just it comes out as earth or soil. So then, unsurprisingly, in the ancient texts that we've got, heather is normally associated with death or the ground. So one of the word kennings is in cold dwelling. And then the other one is shroud of a lifeless one. Also very interesting. So a lot of it leans toward the earth and growth cycles, It always comes up, doesn't it? This birth, death, and rebirth. But yeah, it's interesting. I like cold dwelling. Are these burial mounds cold dwellings? They probably are, aren't they? It's a definite representation of death and finality, if you like. So I'd like to think, and I've come to think of heather as a sort of link between our realm, our world of the living, and the other world, beyond where our ancestors are. A good view from here. Just about see one burial mound there. Looking straight at the very smaller one. Difficult to see. Now it's covered in bracken. And then here is the largest of the three that are here. It's been great just to walk out here. Seen some sundews, fantastic little plants. And stood on top of these barrows, enjoying the view and talking a little bit about heather. And it's not in flower now, but it will be very soon. Maybe in a couple of weeks, all this will be purple. Which would be great, because in a couple of weeks it's summer solstice, and I'll be back here to watch the sunrise. This wild honeysuckle just caught my eye. It's wrapped around a crabapple tree. It smells absolutely beautiful. Hope you've enjoyed coming to Matley with me. I've got the barrows behind me now. I'm just walking back to the car. There's already some rain falling over to my right. Some pretty interesting cloud formations behind me over there. I'm not sure of the exact time, but at 9 AM this morning a thunderstorm warning comes into effect. So don't want to be caught in any of that.